What's up, everybody? It's your boy Johto here, back with JTN, the Johto Network, for an AutoSim video today. It is Monday, AutoSim Mondays, here on the channel. Today, we're starting a new owner mode because we had, again, some complications with the Haas CNC owner mode. Those complications being I forgot to save it again, and I feel like it's selling you guys short if I am to go back to that. So let me know if you think I should go back to it. We're going to start this one. See how it goes, and we'll go from there. So this is a 2002 owner mode. We're gonna pick our team. I've not picked AJ Foyt Racing, so I'm thinking we're gonna take on Bill Davis Racing with the 22 Cat car. So we're gonna pick Bill Davis Racing. Our name. Smithley McSmitherton buying Bill Davis Racing, getting ready for the 2002 season. So let's look at our team info. Oh, we got 3 cars. I'm assuming these 2 are both part-time, of course. So we got Ward Burton, Hutch Strickland, and Scott Wimmer in our 3 cars for this year, with the 27 being part-time, Hutch Strickland being full-time, and Hillbro's Coffee car, and Ward Burton Caterpillar car. Okay. So, let's go ahead, let's run the Daytona 500. Mark Martin wins the Daytona 500. We finished 25th and 42nd. Not a great way to start. Ward Burton finishing 25th, Hutch Strickland 42nd, but hey, money in the bank account. So really, I guess it's going to be upgrading this 22 car for the most part, just because it is the best car. But what we're going to do first is we're going to hire staff, because staff can be a very crucial part of making our team better. So let's go ahead, let's find a driver mentor first. Joseph Rogers, not interested. Hunter Hager, not interested. Oliver Howard, sure. Alright. Got a driver mentor. Director of Analytics is next, so I guess we're looking at this range, 3-year deal. Kind of want a 2-year deal. That's a lot more. Alright, Oliver Jones. Oh, now he wants a 1-year deal. Can't do that, Oliver Jones. Now he wants a 2-year deal worth... Nope. There we go. That's better. Know your worth. But, so, hiring staff can be a big deal with helping you lower the cost over the long term. Let's see, Oliver Robinson, not interested in working on these Bill Davis Racing motors. 4-year deal, that much, sure. So we're just gonna get everybody hired. I think we're probably tapped out on cash actually right now. Team overview, 22. Yeah, we're tapped out on cash. Ward Burton says, "How's it going, boss?" Well, it's not going too well. You finished like crap. But, you know, whatever. Race number 2 at Rockingham. Bobby Hamilton gets the win. 37th and 43rd. Another terrible day for our Dodges. Ward Burton finishes last. Try to see what that was for. He's involved in a crash with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Jam the Man Johnson. Steve Park also involved in a crash after winning at Rockingham the year previous in 2001. Tony Stewart wins at Las Vegas, where Jimmy Spencer led the most laps. Ganassi having a really good run, finishing 2nd, 3rd, with Spencer leading the most. But we got 30th and 43rd. Again, we got 43rd. Hutch Strickland 30th. Ward Burton, 2 consecutive last place finishes. Not what you want to see. Okay, so we got a driver mentor, analytics, engine builder, pit crew recruiter. That is our next. Kyle Jarrett, not interested. Okay. Yep. Take that. See, we need, I think there is one more position. Public relations. This will help us with sponsorships down the road. Sure, Shane Stark. Run a race. 15th and 27th. Alright, that is promising. Ward Burton finally finishes freaking race. Good for him. Hutch Strickland 27th. Our third car still hasn't even run a race, so I don't know. I'm assuming it was in the Daytona 500 and didn't qualify, so that sucks, but that would help us get some more money. Ward Burton finishes 8th, so first top 10 of 2002. First top 10 for us here in the Bill Davis Racing AutoSim experience here, so good job, Ward Burton. Run another race, 39th and 43rd. That is not what you want to see. Ward Burton continues his terrible, no good, very bad season. Another 43rd place finish. Hutch Strickland 39th. Edited existing team 22. He's involved in a lot of crashes, so I guess it didn't get our driver coach. We got two guys named Oliver too. Or I guess we didn't hire a driver coach. Wait, no. Your driver mentor, and then it says 100,000 to upgrade the driver by 4. That can't be right. Anyways, upgrade the chassis, because that was actually pretty low. So we'll run another race. Ward Burton, top 5. Awesome day for us there. Hutch Strickland had engine troubles. Is going to finish 32nd here at Texas. Mayfield leads the most laps, but I don't see him anywhere inside the top 10. Oof. Run another race. 18th, 25th. That's at least a little better than what we've been doing. Hutch Strickland 18th, 25th, Ward Burton. You know, we're getting our average finishes a little better here if we look at team stats for the year. This is a crazy graph. I mean, like, look at, so the blue is Ward Burton's car, and just that spread is crazy. The 23 car is at least a little more consistent. Consistently bad, but consistent, so good for them there. Another race, 20th and 41st. I'm assuming we can see who finished 41st here. Ward Burton, engine troubles, finishing 41st. Hutch Strickland, 28th. There. Look at the standings real quick. Sterling Marlin currently your points leader in the old Winston Cup style format. Mark Martin in 2nd, 4 points behind. Kurt Busch 3rd, another 16 behind. And then kind of Rusty Wallace, Tony Stewart, they're kind of starting to fall out of it. I mean, you can't really say that this early on in the season, but that's starting, when that gap starts growing into the hundreds, and you can make it up, but it's harder and harder to do. We'll run another race. Ward Burton, 2nd place finish at Fontana. Way to go, Mr. Burton. Finishing 2nd to father of Ryan, Dave Blaney, in that Jasper number 77. Congratulations to Jasper for winning a race before we did. All 3 of our cars, though, at least were in this race. Hutch Strickland finishing 25th. Scott Wimmer 42nd. So we should actually get some cash. Yeah, see, we got some cash here. Let's see, what can we upgrade? Upgrade the engine by 7. Let's do that. Pretty good. I think this is supposed to be the pit crew right here. If we go hire staff. Let's look at our staff real quick. My staff. So it says we have a pit crew recruiter. Let's just fire him, and then we can rehire somebody else real quick. See if that fixes L issue. Kyler Jarrett. There we go. Edit team. Nope. So I guess we can't upgrade our pit crew? That's fine. Upgrade chassis. Anyways, run another race. 29th, 31st, 41st. At least all our cars are making the races, so that's more money for us. Ward Burton 31st. Wimmer 29th, and then Hutch Strickland in 41st. So that's not good. Kevin Harvick finishes last on the day, but Robbie Gordon wins at Richmond. Congratulations to that team. Michael Waltrip, Jerry Nader, Ricky Rudd, Kurt Busch, your top 5. Run another race. 23rd, 29th, 38th. Not what you want to see. Especially with Burton finishing 38th, because that's our best car. Oh, man. I guess we don't have enough to upgrade our pit crew. Let's actually see. I wonder if it's just for that team. Nope. So it's all the way around. It's glitched. Oof, that's a big oof. Upgrade those chassis. 14th and 19th here at Dover. A lot of different guys. Stuart Kirby, Dave Marcus in this field. Kerry Earnhardt in the 83 car, but 14th place goes to Hutch Strickland in that 23 Dodge, and Ward Burton finishes 19th at Dover, where Rusty Wallace wins the race. For another race, Pocono goes to Kurt Busch. 16th is Ward Burton. 36th is Hutch Strickland. Excuse me. Tough break for that 23 team. Let's go here. What can we upgrade? All of our upgrade costs are actually pretty bad. Upgrade the chassis. 93 chassis. That's a good number. For all you OGs out there. 12th. Only one of our cars, only Ward Burton makes the race at Michigan, so I guess we were down on speed in those other two machines, but Ward Burton, 12th place finish at Michigan, good day for him there. We'll go to team rankings real quick. Let's see where we are in the rankings. Well, we're 13th with a 74 prestige. We're below Haas CNC Racing. That's not good. Run another race. Hutch Strickland with the top 5. Good job. Holy crap. At Sonoma. Must be a good road course racer. Ward Burton finishes 26th. Not a good finish there for him. Upgrade. Chassis at 100. Let's go. Run another race. Ward Burton wins. Holy crap. We just won at Daytona. Not the Daytona race you'll want to win. Ward Burton wins at Daytona. Wins the first race for us here in our 2002 AutoSim season. So those chassis upgrades definitely help probably make it a little more aerodynamic there. You can see a lot of Fords. You see the two Roush Fords of Jeff Burton and Matt Kenseth finishing 2nd and 4th. And our guy, no teammates in that race, so it sounds like we're down on horsepower and some of those other cars. So we're definitely going to start looking into that to make it a little bit better. But Ward Burton wins at Daytona. We go to the standings now. I'm assuming he's still way down in the standings because he had that slew of bad finishes. I probably missed him. Can't be this far down. Yeah, so 18th in the points. So that's pretty okay. Behind the guy that has 2 wins but has missed a race. And another guy that missed a race but has no wins. So that's not what you want to see, but, you know, it happens. Edit team, existing 22 team. Let's see. Can we upgrade anything? Can't upgrade the arrow at all. So I think that's what we're upgrading next is we're going to start doing the arrow on this car. Run another race. We should have enough money. Another top 10 finish at Chicagoland. So now Ward Burton starting to hit his stride here as we're going through the summer months. Hutch Strickland, I'm thinking, is going to be the guy that finishes 25th. We'll just make sure. Yep. So finally makes another race. Gives us that extra boost of money, too. Upgrading the arrow here. So 89 arrow. The car is to an 86 overall. Or at least this whole combo is an 86 overall now. So that is good. We're going to go to edit team real quick. Staff manager. We're going to fire all of our staff to see if that helps fix that. Because I want to be able to upgrade the pit crew. You know, you're working with little things. Unless I can't read, which is definitely something that could be going on. So we're going to run another race. 20th, 33rd, and 34th after all those big employee cuts here at Bill Davis Racing. Scott Wimmer, Ward Burton, 24th, running so solid. And then we got to New Hampshire where Ryan Newman wins his first career race, I believe. Looks like Wimmer and Burton were actually involved in a crash together, so that's not going to be a good meeting Monday at the shop. There we go. Now we can upgrade the pit crew again. But you see, like, these prices, they go up. So we got to figure out. But we got $216,000 now to play with because I guess we fired those people. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our driver and upgrade our engine here. That should really help. The next thing we're going to probably start working on is the pit crew. Run another race. 29th, 30th, 43rd. see. 43rd was Scott Wimmer, so at least getting some extra money there. Hutch Strickland, Ward Burton, 29th and 30th, where we ran the second race at Pocono that Jeremy Mayfield wins. Good for Jeremy. Staple of our 2008 Haas CNC AutoSim video. Let's run another race. 17th, 38th. Hutch Strickland involved in a crash, finishes 38th. Ward Burton gets another top 20, finishing 17th. So good race for him there. Go to edit team, 22 team. That's the one we're sinking all the money into. Let's see if we can't hire a pit crew. Someone for the pit crew real quick. Alex Alexander, sure. There we go. So Alex Alexander in place to upgrade the pit crew for a lot cheaper. Or upgrades it by 5, so put that in place because we're going to need that down the road. We should probably get an engine guy too. Just because we want to try to keep these upgrades as cheap as possible. I think the driver mentor is a little overrated because the driver can get better by himself. But we should get an engine builder for sure. Let's see, Oliver Robinson, 5, sure. Make sure it still works. Yep, so okay, now it's 80,000 to upgrade the engine by 7, where it was 100,000 to upgrade it by 5. So a lot better deal there with Oliver Robinson. We'll save up to get another engine upgrade because that'll get us into the 90s there. Arrow's still a little bit expensive, but we can work on that next. For another race, 25th, 38th, and 41st, not the finish. Bobby Labonte wins at Watkins Glen. 25th, Ward Burton, so, okay, at least our best car finishes the best. Scott Wimmer, 38th, and Hutch Strickland, 41st. Run another race. 24th, 26th, and 35th. Joe Nemechek wins for Haas Carter Motorsports in that Kmart car at Michigan. Don't think it was still the Kmart 400 at this point, but good for them. Ward Burton, 24th. Scott Wimmer, 26th. And Hutch Strickland, 35th. We're another race. Ward Burton finally gets back a top 5 at my favorite track, Bristol. 33rd. Oh, Terry Labonte and Jerry Nadeau, teammates, getting in a fight. You see it down here. Hutch Strickland retires due to engine troubles. And Scott Wimmer finishes 41st. Let's see if he was involved in an incident. He was involved in a crash. Yes, he was. Jimmy Johnson finishes last to continue his terrible, no good, very bad rookie season. Seems like for him here. So we can upgrade the engine. We're going to do that here on the Ward Burton car. We're making this Ward Burton car the best because this is our primary car with that Caterpillar sponsorship. Woo! So that is good there. Caterpillar wants your team to finish in the top 20 and will pay $10,000 if this is done. Alright, you got it, Caterpillar. We're going to try to finish in the top 20. We did not complete this objective. But hey, 34th. They must have saw that we were involved in an incident. Knew Darlington was just a really tricky track. Ward Burton, 41st. Gets us that incentive money, though. We're going to dump it back in the car, of course. Actually, we're going to wait because we want to upgrade the pit crew here. So, we're going to wait on that. Run another race. 28th, 38th. Now we're starting to hit those bad finishes again. Running these flat tracks here at Richmond. Strickland, 38th. Scott Wimmer, 28th. So, Ward Burton fails to qualify at Richmond. Oh my God, I'm getting loud. What are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't mean to hit the upgrade chassis button. Let's look at our... Mark Martin won the Daytona 500 this year. Let's look at the standings. Sterling Marlin, still your points leader, only by 1 point. Who said the old points format can't be fun? over Kurt Busch here in 2002. Rusty Wallace, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, your top 5. Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, Mark Martin Jr., and Dale Jarrett round out your top 10. Jarrett, probably Junior and Jarrett are pretty far out of it at this point, as we're under 10 races to go. But these guys that are, just less than 200 points out, they can definitely make that up with 365 points out there, 395 or whatever it was per race. But let's check in and see where we are. Joe Nemechek is actually 11th in points in that Haas Carter Motorsports car after winning at Michigan too. So congrats to that team. Ward Burton 19th. We got that race win. Some decent stats here, but missing that race is definitely going to hurt. We're going to get jumped by a lot of guys probably now because of that. Ward Burton, though, comes back at New Hampshire. Another flat track. Gets top 10. And then Hutch Strickland finishes 31st. Edit team. And upgrade our pit crew here. We're going to do that. So now we got 90 overall here with the 22 cars. So that's also going to help us with free agency. We can maybe possibly bring in a better driver, bring in some better people to work on the cars. 30th, 37th, that is not what you want to see. Junior wins at Dover. So it goes back-to-back at Dover after winning 2001. Ward Burton 30th. Hutch Strickland 37th. Strickland was involved in a crash. Ward Burton just sucked today, apparently. We're another race, 15th, 31st. Let's make sure that our better car is finishing 15th. It is. Ward Burton with the 15th place finish. Strickland 31st. There you see him at the bottom. No crashes, so we're not tearing up stuff, so that's good. But tough break there. Ward Burton gets another top 10, finishes 8th at Talladega after winning at Daytona. Jerry Nadeau, though, wins at Talladega, so congratulations to that 25 team and Mr. Nadeau. Rusty Wallace, Johnny Benson, Joe Nemechek, and Jeff Gordon rounding out your top 5. We're going to get a look at the point standings right now. Kurt Busch is taking the points lead from Sterling and Marlin, who's fallen all the way back to 4th. That's not good for him. It's kind of parallels 2002 in real life too, with Marlin getting injured. But so Kurt Busch, your points leader, over his teammate Matt Kenseth, and then their Ford teammate in Rusty Wallace running in 3rd right now, trying to get that first championship for Penske Racing. Here, Daytona 500 winner Mark Martin is 8th, but he's about 300 points out. Like I said, Junior is he's 800 points out. Dale Jarrett 100 or 1,000 points out. So those guys are probably out of it at this point. But still enough races where if these guys have something bad happen, you definitely could make up the gap. So we'll keep an eye on that championship battle as we continue to build our team, though, going into 2003 here. Another race, 20th, 27th, not a great finish. Mark Martin, though, wins at Charlotte, something that he's really accustomed to doing. Rusty Wallace finishes 3rd, Kenseth's 5th. Kurt Busch, another top 10, so I'm assuming that'll keep him up there. Sterling Marlin, another top 10, too. 20th is going to be Ward Burton, so after those couple top 10s, kind of a bad finish here at Charlotte in everyone's backyard. And Hutch Strickland, 27th in that 23 car. I think we're going to shut down the 27 car because it just hasn't made enough races to where it seems like it's worth it to even just have it out there. Mark Martin wins at Martinsville, so he goes back-to-back here, trying to make up those points. But Kurt Busch finishes 2nd right on his tail. Newman 3rd, Jeff Gordon, Steve Bark, your top 5. Some other guys, Rusty Wallace, Matt Kenseth, 8th and 9th, so they're going to fall behind Kurt Busch even more. Casey Atwood involved in the crash, though. Ron Harday Jr. also. Tony Stewart led the most laps in this race. Ward Burton finished 23rd. 25th is Hutch Strickland, so good there. Kurt Busch still your points leader. That gap's pretty much been the same the last couple races. There, Rusty Wallace has fallen behind a little bit more, too. So, you know. Run another race. 30th and 32nd. Hutch Strickland involved in a crash. Oh my god. We gotta stop tearing up our cars. Let's see. So Ward Burton 30th. Hutch Strickland 32nd. That's tough. That's real tough. John Andretti, though. Rest in peace, Mr. Andretti. But yeah, so John Andretti wins at Atlanta. Good job for Petty Enterprises there with the 43 car. Kurt Busch led the most laps, so he'll get those bonus points, finishes 4th. Right now, just points racing there for that 97 team. Let's see, what else can we upgrade? We can upgrade our engine again by 7. We can upgrade our aero, or we can upgrade our pit crew. Our pit crew is the lowest, so we'll upgrade the pit crew to get them up to an 85. We might be able to do that one more time before the season ends. 18th, 27th here at Rockingham. Ward Burton 18th, 27th Hutch Strickland. Sterling Marlin wins though. Dale Jr. led the most laps, but Sterling Marlin wins. Johnny Benson 2nd, John Andretti 3rd, continuing his strong runs. Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, your top 5. Where is Kurt Busch? 15th, so that's gonna close that gap with Kenseth here. Now it's, oh, that is close. That is mass pucker feeling there with Kurt Busch and Matt Kenseth. And then Rusty Wallace still right there, and his teammate Ryan Newman. So we got 2 pairs of teammates up in the top 4 in points. Sterling Marlin, though, is probably falling out of it here as we're coming down to the last couple races here in Season 1. So we'll go ahead and run the race here. Dale Jr. wins at Phoenix. Matt Kenseth leads the lowest laps, but Kurt Busch finishes 2nd. I'm thinking this is going to probably solidify the championship for him. There you see Ryan Newman 7th. 10th, Rusty Wallace. But all our cars actually made this race. Let's see, so 14th, Ward Burton. 22nd, Scott Wimmer. So a good finish for Wimmer, and Hutch Strickland 32nd there in the 23 car. Steve Park rounds out the field. Strickland was involved in a crash. So our flat track luck has not been that great. We got a lot of money there, though, so we're going to upgrade our pit crew one more time. Get this car to 93 overall. Assuming that Ward Burton, or we can look at free agency for a driver. With this 22 car, we could probably get a decent driver. Not that Ward Burton isn't, but we can get a younger driver, we can get a better driver going into Season 2, so that's definitely what we're gonna want to try to do. If we look at the standings, Kurt Busch, he just has to have a decent day, and Matt Kenseth won't be able to catch him. Rusty Wallace also there just in case that something happens. Ryan Newman's probably too far out. He'd need those top 3 to wreck out early in the race. Run the race. Mark Martin wins. Ward Burton gets 8th, so good for him. But Kurt Busch finishes 5th, and I think that's going to lock up this championship for him. There you see, like I said, Ward Burton, one more top 10 to round out the season. Jeff Green finished 2nd. Matt Kenseth, Rusty Wallace, Kurt Busch, top 5. Gordon, Newman, Ward Burton, Michael Waltrip, Jeff Burton, your top 10. Hutch Strickland, though, 36th. He's probably involved in a crash. He was. That's nothing new. So Kurt Busch is your 2002 champion. 3 wins, 17 top 5s, 26 top 10s in the 36 races. So not the most dominant season we've seen in an AutoSim owner mode here. But there you see Ward Burton finishes 17th. He got that win at Daytona in July. 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s. Not necessarily what we'd want to see, but there's a lot more competitive cars in this 2002 roster. So not surprising there. Dale Jarrett was top 10 in points, so good for him. Good for DJ. Jimmy Johnson, though, that's got to be really disappointing. Loses Rookie of the Year, like, outright to Ryan Newman. Newman finishing 4th. Johnson, no wins, finishing 26th in points. Try to find Hutch Strickland. There he is, 38th in points. Completing the majority of the races, too. So that's a little disappointing to see, you know, guys with less starts ahead of him. Especially like Jeremy Mayfield won a race but only made 29 races. So that's probably not going to bode well for his continuation with Evernham. But Brett Bodine finishes last in points, completing only 6 races. Sean Robinson, Randy Renfro, and Kenny Wallace, your bottom 4. Let's go to year in review. So the Arizona Cardinals defeat the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl, 14-12. The Pistons defeat the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. Let's go. Kansas City Royals defeat the Atlanta Braves in the World Series. St. Louis Blues win that cup like 18 years earlier, defeating the New York Islanders in the Stanley Cup Finals. Mankind defeats Kane in the main event of WrestleMania 18 in a boneyard match. And Alex Gray, your Time Person of the Year. So we go on to silly season. Let's see what we lose. Nothing on the engine for our top 2 cars. Lose 5 on the chassis, 6 on the aero, 5 on the pit crew that we just literally put into it. So overall rating for the 22 team goes down by 5. 23, 0, -6, -3, 0, and so their overall rating down 1.5. Not a big deal there because we really didn't put any money into that second car this year. And the 27 just gets even worse and crappier, but I mean, it can make some races, and if it can make some races, well, we can make some extra money. We'll hit continue here. Hutch Strickland wants a 2-year contract extension. I think we're going to decline that. And Hill Brothers Coffee has left the 23 team, so I guess what we're going to have to do here, go to the 23 team. Still says Hutch Strickland's the driver. Well, I guess no, he wanted a contract extension and we didn't give it to him, so we got to find a sponsor for him, though. Office Depot's going to pay more, so we're going to select it. So let's go to team info, team overview. Hutch Strickland, 42 years of age. Says, how's it going, boss? Hutch Strickland, he's not interested in signing an extension at the moment. Okay. So, I think we're going to hit continue. We'll look at the free agent pool after. So, they Hendrick just shut the 48 team down. They just shut it down. What? That makes no sense. Alright, so the 48 team is gone, so that Lowe's sponsorship money's out there somewhere. Jimmy Spencer retires. Ken Schrader retires. Dale Jarrett retires. Rusty Wallace retires. Sterling Marlin, Bill Elliott, Mark Green, Bobby Hamilton, all retiring here. After 2002, so a lot of retirements here. That means a lot of new openings. So Jimmy Johnson takes over the number 6 car. Joe Nemechek takes over the number 40. Jeremy Mayfield moves into the 2 for Rusty Wallace. Ricky Rudd takes over the 88. A lot earlier than what he normally would have. Jerry Nadeau moves over to the 5 car. Taking over for Terry Labonte there. Ricky Craven to the 9. Brett Bodine, after finishing last in points, goes to the 28. I feel like he could have probably got a better driver there. Kyle Petty moves to the 19 after Mayfield goes over to Penske. Again, Mayfield goes back to Penske. Carl Long up into the 25 for Hendrick Motorsports. Stuart Kirby to the 36. Mike Wallace to the 55. And Brian Rose to the 41. Jimmy Johnson to that 6 car. We'll see how that works out for him. We continue. So it's 2003. Let's go. I wonder what free agents are out there. I feel like there's probably some good ones. There's not. Danica Patrick's out there. Hired Brian Keselowski. Jason Jarrett. Casey Kane. Could hire Casey Kane to come drive the 23 car. Carl Edwards is also out there. Those guys are really young. I kind of want to shut down this 2017. But that'll be for the next video. Thank you so much for joining me here for our new AutoSim series. So sorry we kind of stopped the last one. Let me know what you think about that. I think this one might be a little more fun, trying to keep Bill Davis Racing alive here in AutoSim 6.2. So for everyone here at JTN, well, for myself, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, check out our NR 2003 broadcasts. That's a lot of what we're doing nowadays here on the Johto Network. Just because it's a lot of fun. We really like trying to promote the community, making sure that people are knowing that there's still a lot of leagues out there for a great game that is NR 2003. Another great game you can check out is AutoSim. It's in the description below. You can go to their website, find out more about the game. You can download the game there, join the Discord, and all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you spread love, peace, and all those good things, happiness from your heart to others. And we'll see you next time that you tune in right here on the Johto Network. Thanks for watching, guys.